And then people may think that, why women? Because the Quran says, أَوَمَنْ يُنَشَّوْ فِي الْحِلْيَةِ وَهُوَ فِي الْخِصَامِ غَيْرُ مُبِينٍ. The one that we've created in a state of hilya, like a pearl, a diamond, a jewel, softness, tenderness, love, affection. The Sharia says, no man can just pick her up and take her away. So a real man preserves his family. A precious jewel isn't exploited in front of everyone. Because that's what the Quran says, that women, a woman yunashaw fil hilya, referring to a woman who's been taken care in a nice manner, like a jewel, like a pearl, like a diamond. Women are precious in the Sharia. Not what they're trying to promote. Not what they're trying to promote. This is the way you treat your women. So why? Read your own statistics. That's my challenge to you. More and more middle-class white women become Muslims in this country. Ask them, why did you become a Muslim after the life that you lived? Because I'm only visualized as an ornament. I only go up the ladder because of my physical body and my appearance. I'm not respected as an intellectual person. And read the history of these people. Not too long ago, they were debating their clerics whether a woman was a human being. They used to burn them alive. So don't come and tell me that you're barbaric, because your own people are turning to Islam because they see what is real Islam. And Yvonne Ridley is the greatest testimony that when you claim about Taliban and oppression that they commit. You had your headlines ready when she was coming back to this country. The headlines were ready. Oppressed by militants, malicious individuals, barbaric people. And when they asked her the simple question, how was you treated? She said, well, I was treated quite well by these people. And then after that, she testified she became a Muslim. So there's no barbaric nature in Islam. Real Islam teaches women how to conduct themselves, how to behave inside society. So our mothers, our daughters, our sisters, our wives are precious to us. We don't just let them go out with any man, and whoever they find on the street. Come home and say to their parents, I'm going out with so-and-so. That's your culture. You do whatever you want to do, son. That's not our culture. That's not our way of life. That's how you find that the evil in society at the moment, the corruption of ages we'll mention in society, is because people are fornicating like dogs and animals. Excuse the expression, but that's the real fact. You're behaving worse than animals. Because at least an animal goes from one partner to another partner, or sticks to one partner and is loyal, but you don't have no understanding of life. بَلْهُمْ عَضَلْ أُولَٰئِكَ كَالْأَنْعَامِ. They're like cattle. Nay, they're more astray than cattle. So you find the woman, your society is all about nudity, exposure. Packet of biscuits expose a woman in nudeness. Logically, what's the alaqa? What's the relationship between a packet of biscuits and a naked woman? Is when you see that packet of biscuits, you remember the woman who buy the biscuits. That's the logic, isn't it, that you're trying to use? So you yourself have created a woman as a commodity. Everything revolves around that one concept about the woman. So a woman for us is al-mar'atu salihah, is a righteous woman, is a good woman. The woman for you, according to your own teachings, your own writings, the woman is a devil. Because that's what even they preach in the Bible as well. The initial sin came from Eve because she tempted Adam. The Quran says the opposite. The initial sin came from Adam. So we don't blame the woman, you blame the woman. And read the Bible, read their history. Their history states that because of her initial sin, she has to carry the child for 9 months. She has to go through that pain of that initial sin. That's what the Bible says. The menses that she has to go through is because of that initial sin. The Sharia says it's a time of purity, a time of abstinence from certain things, for her to come back to her initial stage. A man doesn't go through that. A man has to pray through all of his stages and fast through all of his stages. And then the second thing that we find is al-kalam, is speech. Etiquette in one's speech. A common relaxation that you find because the norm of the land. Just laugh and joke with people, everybody that you meet. يا نساء النبي لستن كأحد من النساء إن اتقيتن. O wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you're not like average women if you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فلا تخضعن بالقول فيطمع الذي في قلبه مرض وقلن قولا معروفا. When you speak, remember these are our mothers. There's no cause of temptation between your mothers. But the Quran is saying to, O wives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when you speak, فلا تخضعن بالقول. Don't drop your speech. Don't be loose in your speech. Don't be intimidating in your speech. Don't be flirtatious in your speech. Don't change your voice in your speech. Say correct, concise, correct words. That's wives of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The use of lustful, charming and alluring speech. How many times does a person come and say to you, and they say, you know what, I didn't really mean that. I didn't really mean what you just understood. Because of your alluring speech. Because the way that you said something, it means something else to that individual. So once again, its second step is al-kalam, and the way that you address yourself is to be stopped. Or to be restricted. Thirdly, we find is al-khalwa. Or al-ikhtilat. To be alone with a non-mahram woman, or to be in a state of free mixing, whereby there's no control about what is taking place. Because intimate conversation from the speech leads to intimacy, and then being alone. You find the hadith is collected by the Muslim Imam Ahmad, if a man sits on his own with a woman, فَإِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ ثَالِثُهُمَا, then the third one is the devil. Whenever a man sits alone with a woman, the third individual is the shaitan. إِيَّاكُمْ وَالدُّخُولِ فِي النِّسَاءِ, upon you is never to enter upon women. Don't enter into an environment amongst women. They are the words of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As we mentioned, because that which leads to vice or sin needs to be stopped, and suspicion as well. They're talking to strange women, even at the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Safiya radiallahu ta'ala anha came to the Prophet Muhammad when he was in ittikaf, and she combed his hair, and he walked with her to the end of the masjid. And certain companions saw this woman, and they began to walk really fastly. This is the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, "Ala rislikum, be at ease, be at rest, O kama qala sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Indeed, this is Safiya, my wife. We didn't think nothing evil about you, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but the Prophet Muhammad gave the lesson to us, because indeed shaitan runs through the blood, through the veins like blood runs through the veins. Never place yourself in a suspicious environment. Don't let no one accuse you of something. If you wasn't there, you wouldn't be accused. Deen of prevention. Nobody can't blame you for something if you've always taken your protection in your guard. Because that's one of the greatest accusations that one can make. For a woman as well. Read Surah An-Nur, the ifk. The lie that they attributed to Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha. Suspicion, once again. Destroyed her character. That even the Prophet Muhammad began to worry about her, or was curious about what took place. So think about the century or the qarn that we live in at the moment. That don't place yourself in such an environment. Fourthly, we find relationship. People say, tell me from the Quran where it talks about girlfriends and boyfriends. Give me the exact words. And I always say this about other things as well. People come up to me and say, tell me in the Quran where it says crack, cocaine, hashish, marijuana is forbidden. Wallahi ya Shaykh, you give me the exact word and I'll give it up in my life.